This is Matt Russell from the FX Power Course, and welcome to the DailyFX walkthrough.
So here are the four pairs that I will be discussing this evening: the Euro Pound, the Aussie Kiwi, the Pound Swiss, and the Euro Swiss. So let's go ahead and pull up the charts. The first chart is the Euro Pound, and if you recall in yesterday's report, I mentioned how we might have a tentative bullish bias against that 88, just beneath that 87 figure using these low candle wicks here. Prices have rallied off that low and now could be targeting the opposite side of the previous support line, which should now act as resistance. So if you're in this trade, I would recommend continuing to stay in this trade, and again, look for a target up near that upper this resistance line right here. Possibly I might look to take at least a little bit of profits, maybe above the 89 figure over the next 24 to 48 hours. The next chart is the Aussie Kiwi. Not much has changed here. The bounce off that 38.2 fib continues. As I mentioned during yesterday's report, I might look to take profits here around that 127 figure. Possibly moving forward, looking for a short trade to set up here. I just don't see anything clear that I can enter with a favorable risk to reward. So right now, if you're still long, I would consider exiting all of your position at this point. And if you're flat, I would just continue to wait for a favorable risk to reward short setup. The next chart is the Pound Swiss, and here this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for a close back beneath that 69.50 level. However, the prices did close a good ways below that area, so I can't really favor a short trade at the current prices. However, what we might do is wait for prices to come back up near that 69.50 area, maybe to about 69.25, 69.30 area, and at that point we might look for a short trade. But of all the trades, this would be the third trade in terms of confidence in terms of the pair right now, in terms of all the pairs that I'm going over right now. So again, a very low confidence trade idea, but something that we can keep our eye on over the next 24 to 48 hours. So the last chart is the Euro Swiss, and again, this is the daily chart, and this is the longer term resistance line that I've been speaking about for a long time now, and the bullish flag pattern that prices have broken out above. I was mentioning yesterday how we might adopt a slight bullish bias against the low of that doji candle right here, and prices have rallied a little bit off that low. So if you're in this trade, I would continue to hold the trade, and if you are thinking about entering any new long positions, again, I would like to place my stop beneath that 50-80 area, and again, your entry, and if you enter the trade, it would depend on your own individual risk parameters. But the most important thing in my mind, just looking at this chart, is to place our stop maybe 10 or 15 pips beneath that 50-80 low of the doji. And again, the target on this trade, on this long trade, would be the longer term resistance line on the daily chart near the 154 figure. Again, my name is Matt Russell. I'm an FX Power Course instructor here at FXCM. Thanks for listening.